guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I thought I'd have a quick play today. It's Sunday and I wanted to do like another canvas. Now I haven't done one for ages, so I thought we'd do a little bit of a nice sort of like canvas today. This is just a board canvas, quite a cheap one. It's 20 by 30 centimeters or 8 by 12 inches, and I have got, I was using my digital kit last Friday, Friday, and I had some bits and pieces left over, so I thought I would use that, and I thought that would make a beautiful focal point. So I've got some bits there which I'm going to use. I've got some book paper and some music paper, and I've got some of my jelly prints, my old jelly prints, which I thought these colours were really lovely. And I thought that would make sort of like a nice background. So that's the idea of popping these down and these down. So something really nice and simple today. I've got some colours here. These are the Distress Oxide. So we've got brushed corduroy, weathered wood, old paper, frayed burlap, and I've got mustard seed. And this is quite a yellow one, so I'm not quite sure whether to use that or not, but you never know. I've got my little card to pop some paint down with. I've got some pencils. These are watercolour aqua crayons as well, my water brush, and some paint brushes. Gesso. I have popped a little bit of gesso down here on already. I'm going to put that there so it doesn't go blurry. I've got a little bit of matte medium in here, and this is the one I'm using, the ultra matte medium on there. But first, I just wanted to show you, because we've been doing this. We did this last week, and I've just added into it today. I don't think you've seen this bit. I did these little bubbly bits on there as well, but I've just had a quick play and did this. Now, this was just one of the pieces of, you know, these that I thought I would just pop in there. So what I did, I stuck it down, and then I just went sort of like did the little leaves coming off it, and I just think that looks really nice, doesn't it? So you can just get like little scrap pieces of paper, stick them down, and then just go around like that, so that like, the leaves coming off. I think that probably fits on there actually, but I did the leaves a little bit different. But can you see what I mean? So just come off with the leaves like that, and do your thing. So it's just a nice little trial, or a little starter to get me going, to do some mixed media. Oh, I don't want to put those over there, I need those. So let's see, what shall we do? So we need that as a focal point. I'm going to do a little bit of the background. Like I said, I popped a little bit of gesso on there. I'm going to just, where's my ruler? Let's just tear a few little bits of this off. I don't want to cover, I haven't done a mixed media like this for ages, but I don't want to cover the back completely. I always say that, and I end up doing exactly that. Can you see this one's got beautiful gold on it? I do like that. So let's put them up this way like that, because I've got the little bit of white on there. Where should we have him? Let's just get a little bit organised, shall we? So we know sort of what we're going to do. Pop our beautiful bird. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Let's just tear a little bit of this off, shall we? Let's have that. Like that. Because these colours sort of go together, don't they? Maybe I'll have it a little bit lower. That's quite nice, isn't it? A little bit of music paper, because our birdies sing, so that would go really well, wouldn't it? Should we just, it probably won't look like this when I finish, then we can just put sort of a little bit of colour underneath. So just because you've got all your pieces here doesn't mean, look, time, doesn't mean you have to use them all. I think that must have gone up here. Yes, that went up there, but I don't want to put it back where it was supposed to be. Oh, we could do time and then write flies on there, couldn't we? Time flies. that's a good idea, but let's just take these bits off, stick these down. So this is just some matte medium glue, and just pop that down like that. A little bit for this one. I've just got it in a little yogurt pot because it's easier. I tend to use less. When it's in the bottle and I tip it on, I tend to get through quite a bit of it. Are we in the right place? There we go. So yes, I do want to get into a little bit more of my mixed media because it's fun. I did enjoy making that journal. That was really good. So let's just pop a little bit down. This is just one of those little painty thingies that we can just, it's quite nice to add the glue on with this. So this is quite a sort of like easy one I'm going to do, just to sort of like a bit of a beginner friendly, because I know lots of you like to do this or would like to do some mixed media product canvases, because you do message me and let me know, but you don't know where to start. So this is really quite simple. Just pop your paper down, stick it wherever you like that, but I suggest you want to get a focal point of some sort, because I think it makes it a little bit easier. It makes it a little bit easier on the eye for you to sort of like focus on something. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna stick that down. I might have, let's see what we got on here. I just pop another little bit of music bits up here. A little singing bird. Let's make sure it's level. There we go. Perfect. There we go. That's pretty. I like this one. I must do a little bit more jelly printing. I keep saying that and I never do. So maybe I will this week do a little bit of jelly printing. Should we put that on there just so it evens it out a little bit? So these are just like the basic bits. I might paint over some of these, I'm not sure yet. But this is how you sort of like, or how I get the layers in my work. So I'm just going to stick him on, I think. Let's just stick him on. I don't want to make this one too complicated because I want it to be a beginner friendly one. There we go. You can pick these little things up quite inexpensively from places. And they're really nice. I find them a lot easier than a brush. And be careful because this is just inkjet printing. It's not, so the ink will sort of smudge. So do be careful of that because you can see the colour coming out in there. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I think maybe that's all I will pop on there. Saying that, I'm going to stick a little bit more of this on just to maybe get rid of that sort of straight line around it. There we go. Maybe I'll pop a little bit of this just on top there. There we go. Lovely. I like it just like that. That looks really nice, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly go over that with my heat gun just to sort of dry it off a bit. Pop these little bits to the side. So let's just dry that off quickly. There we go, just a quick one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of gesso, pop that in there. I use this Galleria one, but again, use any gesso, or you can use white paint. You don't have to use gesso, you can use white paint as well. But I do like gesso. Let's just... Oh, I've not done this for ages. Feels great. Just to stick the gesso on is nice. And it also, the gesso also is good because it brings you, it gives you that. I think these are have gesso on them anyway, the canvases, but it does work really well if you want to put colour on, because it takes the colour lovely. Oops, I don't want any on your nose, do we? Not your nose, your beak. Okay, fab. Let's just quickly dry that. Okay, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd probably leave a lot of it to dry on its own. But because I'm videoing it, I'm just doing it so it goes a little bit quicker, as it's going to take me forever to sort of do the video, isn't it? So we have got the brush corduroy. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of this, because I love this colour. Let's take this and just pull it down a little bit, because the Distress Oxides have different colours in them, and I just think they look fab. Go. That can be the bottom, so we need a little bit of sort of blue. I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to pop this one, old paper. Oh no, it wasn't. This one is, where's my weathered wood? There we go. This is more of a sort of a grey blue. I'm just going to just pop a little bit on here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that bright yellow, I think. Just, this one is mustard seed. Just going to pop a little bit just over in this corner, not too much. Oopsie. Let's see, let's turn that round. There we go. Lovely. Okay, what shall we put down here? Shall I go in with some of my crayons, I think? Let's take these out. Let's go in with this one. Are these named? This is just gold ochre on here. And my water brush. So if you can see, I'm not really doing anything too major. It's just adding sort of bits of colour to the gessoed bits. And I'm trying not to, look at that, that looks really lovely already, doesn't it? Trying not to cover it all up. Try and leave this little bit of sort of white in here. Let's mix this up, see if it will sort of turn a greeny colour. There we go. I'm gonna Just go in there. This is one of the best tools ever. Just an old credit card. Or this is an Amazon card. I think it's just the best one. Okay, now we need something a little bit pinky in here, don't we? Let's just bring out some of this pink that we've got. I think this is a little bit wet down here. Pop a little bit of pink on there. These are water soluble pencils, so I won't go through that. Let's just do a little bit of pink down here. Let's go in with this. Just a little bit. Lovely, I do like that. There's a little bit of gesso up here, so I should be able to, you know, pop this pencil on there and it should sort of like blend quite well. Let's see. There we go. So where you put the gesso, the colour comes out really nicely. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Right, let me get my little brown pencil. These are this is the right one? Yeah, this is my Stabilo aqua pencil, and this is brown. Now these go on to all sorts, because it says here paper, glass, plastic, metal. These are fabulous and I just love them. So I normally use the black one, but I'm going to be using the brown one because it won't be so dark, oops, on my paper. I don't want it to be too dark. This gives a fabulous sort of shadowy bit, grungy bit on it. If I can use my right hand. Just gives a nice little bit of sort of shadow on things, bit of depth into your work, I think. Just do a bit at a time if you're going to do it. Just build up. You can just sort of like build up the colour. Let's do, I'm going to turn this round because it's easier. It's a nice thing about working on these smaller canvases. You can move them about. Get some water on here. Lovely. Now, I'm going to, do I have my, I'm going to use my Posca pen, but this is the beige one. I'm going to give it a bit of a shake, and then I'm just going to do these lovely little dots that I like to do. It just gives it a little bit of, I'm hoping you can sort of see them, but I will do like a close-up afterwards as well. I do like dots. I think dots make a big difference when you're doing mixed media, because it gives it sort of like a texture to your work. That's Jessie at the door, wanting to come in. Give me 2 seconds and I'm just going to let her in. Okay, so she's just come in and sat on her little bed. She's got a little bed in my room here. Jessie's my dog, if you don't know. There we go. A few little diddly dots on there, which I quite like. I'm going to pop some yellow. Now this yellow is ochre, so let's just see, because we've got yellow over here. I think I've got a bit of black on there. Just going to pop a few little dots down this side. I might go in between these with a little bit of white as well. We shall see. And that's enough through there. I do like that. Now what we want to do on here, do I need to put any other colour on there? What should we put this one? Do I need all of that? Do you think? I think I'm going to just rip that down so it's not quite straight on that bit. Like that. I think that's what we shall do. Let's stick this down. A little bit of glue on here. Oops. Does that look very level? Not really, does it? But that's okay. Because I'm going to add just a little bit of gesso around it as well. There we go. If in doubt as well, I'll add a little bit of gesso to it. But I'm liking that, and I want to write flies on there. What can we, time flies? What should we add that with? Shall I just write it on a piece of paper and stick it on? That might be better. I'm just going to quickly dry that. What I might actually do is write it with my gesso. I've got black gesso in here. I'm going to take this out of the way. Okay. Let's just see if we can write it with this. Here we go. Time flies. What does that look like? What will that look like on there? Too dark? Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether I like that on there. I think that might be a little bit too dark. We'll see. I'm going to leave that to the side. We can add to that maybe just use because I haven't done this for a while, it takes a little while to get back into it, I think. So we really need to do a little bit more. Keep doing it, keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. Well, practice gets you a little bit better. Maybe not perfect, What do you think? Got a little bit of stuff on there. What shall we put down? I think it needs something else. I don't really want to, I don't know, I think the blue might come quite nicely down here. It's quite nice. I think it sort of like evens it out just a little bit. Where's my glue? There we go. That looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit more even, I think. Don't think we need anything like that. We do have this beautiful colour though, don't we? Quite liking this. Not a lot, we don't need a lot. We just need something on this bit, I think. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. That was that piece we put down, wasn't it? Decisions. I'm going to put another piece there because we've still got some glue, sticky glue on there. Just build these little layers up, I think. There we go. Just a little layer of bits on there. Right, I'm going to quickly just dry this little bit here. Okay, perfect. Right, where's my Posca? I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to go in with the white round here. I'm going to go in with the, unless I can't really see that too well. And I've got a couple of whites in my drawer. Give it a little bit of a shake. Sometimes these tend to come out quite fast, so let's just pop a little bit of white going down through here. I think that looks really, really nice. It almost looks like little, could be silver, couldn't it? You have like little glittery bits coming down. But I think that's, I do like this colour. That's one of my favourite colours as well. Let's add just a little bit of this ochre, gold ochre in there. And that sort of balances the yellow from the other side, from that corner. There we go. It's quite simple today. It's not too bad, is it? Just a little bit more, I think, needs to come under here. Just to give that a little bit of a, more of a pop, I think. There we go. Lovely. What do you think? What do you think? Where's my little What did I do with my little card? There it is, stuck under my glue. And this gesso is getting quite thick, some of it. So I want to add a tiny bit down through here. I quite like the gesso getting caught on the top of there, and that looks quite good, doesn't it? Liking that. Where's our time flies? What do you think? Is that dry? Not really, is it? Not sure on that one. Not sure at all. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe I will add the time flies, the flies bit later. We shall see. Oh, I like this blue. See, this is where I'm just fiddling now on here. But that does look good, doesn't it? I think it might look quite good down, coming down here. Bringing this blue down. Oh, I like that. I do like that. Love it. That looks really good. A little bit here. Okay, I will. That's it. I'm going to leave it like that. I will come back probably, maybe have a little tinker with it at some point, but I'm going to leave that to dry. So that's quite simple because we've just stuck down some papers and then just added a little bit of paint, a few little dots, and it's quite a simple one to do. So I'm sure you'll be able to sort of like, you know, go with me on making this one. A little bit of gesso or a little bit of white paint and just go over it. But get yourself a little card because they are fabulous. So simple. Shall we go around the edge actually with, I'm going to go round. Let's have a look. My ink, this is my distress ink, just to sort of darken the edge like that. Again, you can go around this with anything, just what I mean. But if you've got an ink pad, this is why I'm using the ink pad, because if you got an ink pad from your junk journaling, you can use that. Let's turn this around, and it just sort of like frames the picture a little bit more. Or it frames the picture. I think that looks really lovely then, doesn't it? Whoops. Can you see? That looks really nice now, doesn't it? Okay, so I couldn't leave it. I had to add something to this one. So what I've got my words and phrases here, and this one says follow your heart. So I thought we could put time, and then I've got this one. I've got time to follow your heart. That makes sense, doesn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this. Let me just get rid of these on here. But you could have a number 2, couldn't you? On there, if you didn't have a 2, but I've got my little sort of like words and phrases that are in here, and I thought follow your heart would be quite a nice one as well. So let me get my little thing which I've just popped over that side. So where should we put them? There. Time to follow your heart. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Time does fly, but I prefer it this one, I think. There we go. I think that will be a little bit better. just there. Lovely, that's better, isn't it? Okay, let me quickly dry that. Perfect, let's pop some brown, my little Stabilo on here. Let's just go around here. And I think I might go in with that lovely blue that we've got on here, look. Let's just that looks better. That finishes it off a little bit better, doesn't it? Where's that lovely blue? Just go in here. Oops. Almost looks sort of watery now, doesn't it? There we go. That's better. Gosh, I can hear somebody chopping their tree down outside somewhere. Look at that. Love it. Oopsie. Just colour that bit in. A little bit more here. Gosh, I'm loving this blue. Time to follow your heart, most definitely. So there we go, guys. Love that. That's a nice finish off. So happy with that. So there we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.